What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Joe Miller. I am in the military, and I have been serving for active duty Air Force for the past year now. I actually just passed my 1 year mark, October 6th, from the time I left for BMT. So, yeah, it's been ups and downs, it's been lefts and rights, but I've definitely learned a lot. I've grown a lot over this past year, and I just think it's time for me to share what I've learned over this past 12 months. We all know about the benefits that everybody talks about when joining the military, like free education, free healthcare, housing, food paid for, all of this stuff. And these are all great benefits, don't get me wrong. But in my opinion, I feel like the best benefits that we have available to us as service members are the intangibles. Things like time management, work ethic, teamwork, like these are all things that I feel like benefit us more in the long run than the material things. And in my experience, it hasn't been any different. Like as some of you may know, I was in college for 1.5 years before I joined the military. And for the past 1.5 years, since I've been out, I can definitely say that I've grown and I've matured so much more as a person than if I would have stayed in college. That's just for me. I know a lot of people say the same thing. I know the military does make you grow up faster, and I'm not saying that people who go to college don't mature as fast, because everybody has different experiences. But I'm just saying, for me, in my personal situation, I definitely would not be the same person that I am now than if I would have stayed in college. Oh, and saying that, I want to talk about the 5 life lessons that I've learned so far while serving in the military. The first one is followership. So being a man, being in the military, there's a big emphasis for us on leadership. And I definitely think that there's a misinterpretation in there somewhere on what it means to actually be a leader. We actually go by a saying here at the squadron, and that is semper ducimus, which is Latin for always leading. And like I said, I think a lot of people have, and including myself, before, I thought growing up that leading was just being a boss, always being the one in charge, always telling people what to do. And I realized that that's not what it's all about. So you've heard of the saying servant leadership. Being a Christian as well, we're called to be servant leaders. That is what Jesus was, and that's what we're called to do. And what that means is basically putting others first and making sure you put in their needs before yours. To me, that's what being a leader is all about. Not kissing up to people, not faking it in hopes that you'll get something out of it, but genuinely, selflessly putting others first, caring about others before yourself. That is what it really means to be a leader. Like I said, though, it's about working together, encouraging others, and to achieve a common goal. And that actually segues perfectly into my next point, which is teamwork. Teamwork is something that's pushed on us the day you walk in, the day you join the military. As soon as you get to BMT, you'll hear about this thing called the wingman policy. And that is basically where you're assigned a wingman and you can't ever go anywhere without them. You can't go to the bathroom, you can't go to the MTI office, you can't do anything unless you have a wingman with you. And that's definitely something that's pushed on us the day you walk in from when you leave. Basically, you're not alone. And that's definitely something that's resonated with me, because we're not meant to live this life alone. We're not meant to go through life alone. It's too hard. You know what I'm saying? We're meant to be in community. We're meant to have friends, have family, people that we can lean on. And that's no different in the military. You've heard this saying, never leave a soldier behind. Well, as cliche it is, it still applies. Now, there is a sense of camaraderie that you get when joining the military. It doesn't mean that you're always gonna have that brotherly bond with every single person you work with, that sisterly bond. There's gonna be people that you frankly just don't like. There's gonna be people that's just hard to work with, and you still have to work together. You still have to achieve a goal. If you get assigned on a job, you still have to do that job, you know what I'm saying? So that you definitely need patience, which is actually the next point that I want to talk about. There's another saying that we go by here in the military, and that is hurry up and wait. I'm not a naturally patient person. Um, I like to see the results now, you know what I'm saying? And like before I start doing anything, I want to make sure that whatever that is that I'm doing is worth my time and effort. You know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like it's not going to be beneficial to me, I won't have the motivation to do it, as much motivation to do it as if I knew what I was getting out of it. As selfish as that sounds, I mean, I think we're all kind of naturally like that. Something that I've done, that I've been doing more recently, that has been helping me out a lot, is meditating. All right, I take about 5 minutes in the mornings, 5 minutes at night after my daily devotions, and I'll meditate. And I know that's not a lot of time, but like I said, I'm not a very patient person, and I'm also like my brain is always racing with thoughts. So like sitting down and really being quiet is definitely something that's helped me a lot. And definitely recommend it if you struggle with anxious thoughts or impatience. Like I said, meditating is the way to go. I've definitely noticed a difference in the past couple weeks when I started. So the fourth lesson that I want to talk about is self-control. So this is possibly the most important one on this list, and I think it's so important because honestly, you can't do anything else without it. If you don't have the self-control to not lean on your own emotions and strictly go all based off of that, and you just go off at the mouth and you just throw a temper tantrum whenever you feel some type of way, and you just say whatever comes to your mind all the time, like that's just, you won't be a functioning human. You won't be able to make healthy relationships. You won't grow and mature as a person if you keep that up. So yeah, this is definitely something that I've had to learn, and definitely something I've had to grow in over the past year, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a pretty lazy person. I'm naturally lazy, and I'll come across times and situations all the time where I don't feel like doing something. I don't. And I mean, I know what I should do. Most of the time, I know what I should do, but a lot of the times, my body does not agree. It just don't want to, and that's definitely been something I've been growing in, especially in my faith walk. As I go closer and closer to God, that's that battle between my flesh and my spirit is definitely still there, and I'm noticing that the importance of saying no to things and yes to other things. So it's pretty vague, but that's definitely because you need self-control. You need self-control in every aspect of your life, especially in the military. Like waking up early, going to PT, going to work, doing your job, staying in shape, eating right, grocery shopping, doing all these things, staying financially stable. Like you have a lot of responsibilities that you get put on you, especially if you're like 18, 19, 20, joining the military at such a young age. You definitely grow up a lot faster. You're putting your life on the line for your country. Like that holds a lot of weight, and so, like I said, having that self-control, being able to tell yourself and will yourself to do things that when you might not feel like it, that's a testament to maturity, and it's definitely a sign of growth, and definitely something I've noticed in myself. And like I said, I'm not perfect, I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely learning and growing each and every day in that area. So the fifth and the last lesson that I want to talk about is appreciating what you have. So everybody knows you're giving up a lot when you join the military. Like as soon as you make that commitment, as soon as you raise your right hand, like you're basically signing your life away, and you lose a lot of, you can look at it a bad thing. You can look at it a bad or a good thing. You're losing some freedoms that you had, a lot of freedom that you had before. But you're also gaining a lot too. You're getting experience, you're gaining opportunities to grow personally, professionally, and I definitely think that a majority of people's experience and the way their experience goes is based off their perspective and how they're viewing the situation. If you feel like you got forced to do this, or if you feel like that the benefits don't outweigh the drawbacks, then you're probably gonna have a worse time than somebody who sees this as a great situation. I know people who come from very bad backgrounds and tough, poor, poverty stricken, broken homes, and the military saved them, and they're just they see this as they're a lot more thankful because of that, where they came from. But you also have people on the other hand who come from upper echelon type backgrounds, even middle class like myself, and they see it as like a downgrade to the standard of living, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I mean, you got two sides to the spectrum, and it's just like, you got to be appreciative regardless of where you're at. Also traveling, like I said, traveling around the world, meeting people. Here in Guam is definitely giving me a new perspective just on the world and itself. I see the locals here, they're not like, and this is the same thing in a lot of touristy island type, Hawaii, Jamaica type places. The locals on the islands, they're not all rich and living lavishly, you know what I'm saying? You think that, you go to a resort, you go to the tourist spots, and you think, oh, this island is rich, everybody, got bread here. But it's like, nah, like the locals actually, they be living in shacks and huts and stuff, and it's like, it's kind of sad to see, because like, and it makes you more appreciative as well of what you have and where you're from. What's up, y'all? Sorry to cut this video short. I ran out of storage on my phone, so we're gonna have to kind of finish it the little ghetto. But that was really it, though. Those were the biggest things that I learned so far being in the military in my short time. And that's really only the tip of the iceberg, for real, man. I've learned so much, and I'm growing each and every day, like I said, and I'm looking forward to continuing to learn and grow each and every day. So, but those are the biggest things that I've learned so far. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.